Hey Aquarius, Happy New Year. We are going to jump right into your reading. I've pulled some pre-shuffled chakra oracle cards and I have sent Reiki to the areas in need of a little bit of love. So let's just jump right in. I hope everybody had a Happy New Year. Number 34 is the first card I pulled, Azurite. This is your heart chakra. The second card I pulled, number 20, which reduces to a 2. That's your root. It's a garnet. And then the last card I pulled was 56, which reduces to an 11, and this is Saturn. This is also your heart. So there may be heart healing needing to be done. And grounding, especially after the holidays and spending time with family. I feel like getting back to center is going to be important. Whoop, and 7 and 2 is 9, so we're coming maybe to the end of a cycle. And we're beginning something new. We're starting to think about beginning something new. And maybe it has to do with finances. You're afraid of walking away from the stability to do something different. And maybe it's not walking away, it's just creating something new. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say. Oh, and if you want to accept this healing, just nod and say, I accept. And if not, say no. Our intention guides this process. So if you don't wish to receive it, your free will is always respected. And my name's Crystal. This is Tranquil AF, where we combine tarot and Reiki. All right, tell me about Aquarius. This is going to be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the first 2 weeks of January 2025. And this year is a 9 year. 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. So I feel like we're closing out cycles and it's almost harvest time. It's going to be a good year, but there are gonna be a lot of changes, I feel. Okay, Aquarius, please. Sun, Moon, thank you. Okay, right now this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It's time to rest. Heal your heart, which goes with both of these. Taking a time out from the chaos that's going on around you. It could be in the world. Going to your safe place, taking a nap, putting the thoughts down, and just giving yourself a lot of self-love and self-care. Ooh, thank you. This next card, wow, that wanted to come out, is what's crossing you right now. And so, Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag, it could be one of those signs. It does not have to be. This is your current position. And so once you pour into yourself, and this is a way you can pour into yourself, a free way that is so underutilized, meditate, connect with fire. I have a candle lit here. You can't see it, but connect with the element of fire. And she's not getting off of her throne. She is so tapped into source that she puts her request out and it is dropped in her hand. She doesn't have to chase it. So maybe going into receiving mode, and if you're a healer, that's hard for us. We're givers, right? But that's only half of the circle. The other half is learning how to receive, to balance those. And it could be information coming in. It could be downloads from source. If you're driving in the car and singing a song, or just doing something that has you in that moment and a thought comes in, that's a download. And bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming. The 3D world is shifting. It's closing out. It's getting smaller. Your third eye is illuminated. And the veil between the worlds it's still there. It's thin. And here's your 5D. The next cycle, but we can't quite see it yet. Okay, recent past for Aquarius, please. If I look at the cards, they won't flip. Recent past, please, for Aquarius. Whoop. Taking the first one. Six of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Recent past, you sailed away from something, or maybe you're thinking about sailing away from something. You could be getting signs. Ravens could be a thing that is pulling you into a direction that's more creative, less turmoil, I would say. And this is like from this place of rest, self-care, pouring into yourself, learning how to meditate. Maybe it shifted your perspective and it got your thoughts in check, and now they're guiding you, and it's like you're following the signs. But the other card that flipped was Eight of Wands. This is fast movement, so it could be a lot of downloads or a lot of gifts coming online, and it's happening quickly and it's hard to integrate. Near future for Aquarius, please. Thank you. Three of Cups. You're finding your soul tribe. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You're finding your people, or they're finding you. Maybe you're connecting with the stars outside. They're grounded in the earth and connected to the stars. That's really beautiful energy. Could be one of those signs coming in. It doesn't have to be, but I really feel like you're shifting into something else and you're trying to find your people right now. You've left something behind. Maybe it's trying to figure out what's next. And I love when you show up in your own readings. Aquarius, the star. This is healing. This is like a wish granted. So maybe you would have asked for something from the universe and it's now being granted. This could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Well, it could be an Aquarius maybe that's crossed, that's helping you from the other side because you're connected, right, to source. But this also, she's grounded in the earth, so I really feel like connecting with the elements is super important right now. And she could be making a wish, but she's figured out how to heal her heart. So I feel like through this process, and if it's been really painful, I'm sending you a huge hug. I feel like the worst is over, and it's like, okay, let me learn the lessons now, and let me figure out how to heal myself. And when I do that, then, you know, maybe it sparks a new interest or a new passion. For me, when I learned Reiki, I'm like, well, when the first time I had Reiki, I was like, I'm going to learn this and I'm going to do it. Like, I just knew. And so maybe it's something like that. It was like, and then when I was learning it, it was like remembering. It wasn't like learning. I'm like, I've done this before. And so I was in a place of desperation and I was just grasping at straws and something said, try Reiki. So it could be that it's something like that, you know, it's just you're driving in the car and boom, try this, and you do it. And then you realize I've done this before and this is my purpose. And it just brings your heart so much joy. And then you can share that gift with others. I've healed my heart and now I'm stepping into my healing abilities. And Aquarius, you guys, I mean, every sign, everybody can do this. Every sign, every human can tap into different realms. It's all about your vibration, really. And how high are you keeping it and how are you recharging it, and all of these. It's like connect with the elements wherever you live, whatever you live near. Get outside, go for a walk in the forest, the mountain. You know, if you're at the beach, get in the salt water. To me, there's nothing more cleansing. How you got here? The tower. Something blew up in your life. It could have been thought patterns or beliefs that you thought were yours, and you're realizing no, it's not. And Pluto's generational, so it could be generational beliefs or things that have been passed down, generational traumas that you're healing from. This is a 16, which reduces to 7. So because of the Tower, 16, you've stepped into your healing abilities. The Star, 17. And they reduce to a 7 and an 8. 7 is the number of the seeker. And 8 is the year we just came out of, 2024. 2 plus 2 plus 4 is 8. 8's all about karma and abundance. But I feel like this year was like clearing out all the karma, all the relationships that aren't coming with, all the thought patterns that don't serve, all the beliefs that weren't ours. We've really released a lot in this past year. And now we're stepping into a 9 year. And that to me is like reaping the rewards of the harvest. Yes, there's going to be massive changes in the world. However, we need healers. We need people that are tapped in to show others as they're waking up the way. And usually most times in my life, I'm like, this is like the worst day ever. And when I look back now, those were the times that catapulted me into what I'm doing now. It's just about your perspective. Current attitude for Aquarius, please. Ooh. And maybe you have tapped in. This is another wish granted kind of card. She's got riches at her feet. She is led by her heart. And she's sharing all the cups. And this is harvest. This is 9. So you had how you got here, 7. What your higher self wants you to know, 8. Current attitude, 9. This is going to be an abundant year. If you're doing something that makes your heart happy, something creative, and it doesn't have to be quit your job, to do that. It may be, but if you're thinking about starting a business, do it. If you are thinking about just doing something on the side, a hobby, starting to exercise if that's what you're passionate about, or taking a painting class, hanging out with friends more, whatever it is, cups are emotion. So you are surrounded and you're leading with your heart. I love that. And so outside influences, this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Love this. So you could have one of those signs, but she's in a seated place of meditation. She's the queen of her mind, the queen of discernment. She knows the answers don't come from anywhere but within. She's connected with her element. Birds really have been coming through loudly, so they may be messengers. And she's not afraid to cut out what doesn't serve in her life. Okay, goals and aspirations for Aquarius, please. Trying to keep these shorter. Thank you. So you got 7, 8, 9, 19 reduces to a 10. This is the happiest card in the deck. This is Leo. This is the sun. This is chasing childlike wonder and awe. What brings your heart joy? Leo is about stepping into the spotlight, doing things that are creative, that make you feel good. She's connected to the sun and to Mother Earth. How are you recharging your battery? We have to plug our phones in the wall. Take your shoes off. Stand in the grass if it's not too cold. Take an Epsom salt bath. Go to the mountain. Get in the ocean. Connect. Final outcome. Whoa. Four of Pentacles. I don't love this, and I'm going to probably, well, we'll see what's on the bottom of the deck. You're holding on too tightly to the 3D. Maybe to resources. Afraid to take the next step. But I feel like you are getting downloads and information's coming in, and you may have a new idea. And you're trying to balance the resources that you have right now. She's also covering her heart, her solar plexus, her sacral, and her root. That's all about the material. Health. Could be money. Could be relationships. Bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming. New information, the Page of Swords. New Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It could be you're going back to school or learning something new that excites you. But right now you're in between two worlds. And one day you might feel great and the next day you're like, this sucks. It's your perspective. So watch your thoughts. Reframe them. Because you're ending a difficult cycle. But look at this. She just has to step over that fence. And she's taken all those lessons with her. She's guided by Source. And supported because we're closing out the 3D. I feel all of the signs are really starting to ask, what brings my heart joy? And do I want to do what I'm doing for the rest of my life? Or do I want to shift into something that feels good to me? And more people are quitting their corporate jobs and doing stuff that makes them happy. New truth is coming in. This is another one of your cards. And it's coming in quick. And honestly, I really feel like ravens or birds may be a familiar or a totem. And it's like taking a time out to see things from a different perspective, to become enlightened, meditate, connect with water. Because what you put out is what's going to come back. Page of Wands. And what you're going to put out, wands are about passion, creativity. That's what you're going to put out into the world, and it's going to come back to you tenfold. But it's all about your perspective. She has the key. She is the key. Resources are available. Look around you. Be grateful for what you have now so you can pull in more. And then look at this. Brings balance, possibly new love, 2 of Cups, or new partnerships, friendships. Your cups will be flowing. And this really could be new love. This is a divine pairing. This is another wish granted. Happy family. Sound healing may be important. And like this is to me also healing the line both ways for our ancestors and for the next generation. You've had all these wish granted cards because you've done some shadow work. You've looked back to when the thoughts controlled you. But she's seated in a place of meditation now. They don't control her any longer. And you're going to step into an abundant new cycle with enough to go around, enough to share. The hard times are over. Abundance. Wish granted. Wish granted. Congratulations. I mean, this was an awesome reading. Like, you've done a lot of work. Right now, I want you to pour into yourself. And as I'm saying that, I'm seeing 44 may be significant, or 444. And 55 or 555. Fives are about change. Pour into yourself like you pour into everybody else. Come to a place of stillness. Trust Source. And find your joy. And then I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. You're going to be investing in yourself instead of whatever is, feels like it's sucking your soul or, was. I feel like you have stepped away from that and it's time to heal your heart and to pour into you. If you've stayed with me this long, thank you so much. If you could like and subscribe, it would help my channel out greatly. And until next time, take care.